Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the return of a proper episode of DVW Table Talk. And we got a special DVW Table Talk in store for you tonight. Because for the first time ever, I, Tony Sparacio, have myself a co-host. So please welcome the one, the only, Matt Woods.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to an awesome episode of DVW Table Talk. Of course, I am your co-host, the co-host of Catch Style Wrestling, and the co-host of GPWs when they return on February 1st. And, my third job. Damn, I didn't think, for this so much that I've been in this business, I wouldn't think that I'm now on 3 episodes, but for co-hosting.
Yep, now you are part of DVW. Of course, DVW Table Talk is not just about DVW, it's about CAW in general. And let's talk about the bombshell news story that just dropped today. And that was just a whole bunch of things. But first and foremost, Will Bryce is now the general manager once again of daily operations in GPW.
Oh, I can just tell Cody Hagan backstage is smiling.
Yep, definitely. Also, some insane news that it was Duke Zinda that was the cause behind his own father's arrest.
I kind of thought it'd be Wally Wolf.
I don't know. Well, from what we know, Riley Wolf, I think, thinks it was him. I think, but nevertheless, we're here to talk about a whole bunch of things. Is there anything before we get into our program, anything in CAW that you'd like to talk about before we get started on the program?
Well, you did say that Cody Hagan was smiling. I did say Cody Hagan was smiling, so well,
Whoa, slow your roll. I hope if you're talking about what I think you're talking about, let's save it. Let's get right into the program now.
Right. I should talk about that later on, but we do got some stuff that did come out on the DVWI.
Yes, the DVWI is in full swing tonight, and of course we're in the DVW studios, and we're so excited to bring you some more DVWI action.
This is the DVW studios / GPW studios, because this is the place that we all do table talk and at the talk show.
Yeah, GPW Talk has been hosted here in the DVW studios, but it is time to move on to our first match of the DVWI. Let's get our fighting music on.
Oh, before we get into this, don't we got something that's breaking news that's coming out? Oh.
What was that?
Don't we got an announcement, like breaking news that is coming out of the DVWI?
That is right. Perfect. Let's cut the music for a second. Unfortunately, due to a Twitter silence and a lack of showing dates, Giovanni Salazar has forfeited his first round match.
So this means, folks, ZK has a buy-in.
He does have a bye. So it's going to be interesting to see if ZK gets a bit too overconfident, you would say.
But I can just tell by this one. Giovanni Salazar was we'll look into my past of how Cody Hagan and him know each other very well. Like those two, if he does come back on social media, those two have a storied past.
Well, that storied past, it doesn't look like it's going to happen in DVW because ZK is the man to continue in the DVWI. As you see right now, there are, what is that, 4 men? Oh no, that's 5. Excuse me, I'm bad at counting. We have 5 men.
People.
5 men that have advanced to the second round, and we're going to get started in the first match. We're going to find out who's going to face ZK in the second round as, oh no, Matt Rush takes on Devlin.
Folks, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. That was a technical difficulty that some of our production staff, our crack security staff, is doing.
Someone's gonna get fired, but pay no mind to that. As Devlin taking on Matt Rush. It was quite the back and forth contest, but Devlin, all he needed to do was lock in that submission for him to advance into the second round, to advance to a match with ZK. That's going to be a match to really look out for. It's going to be very interesting to see what happens when Devlin takes on ZK.
Yeah, folks, and we're going to talk about the second matchup. K-Dog goes one-on-one against... I'm going to be a bit of a butcher, but...
It is Thiago Roca. K-Dog. And if I can get this right, Thiago Roca will face off one-on-one. It has happened already. Thiago definitely put up quite the hell of a fight, but all it took was one destino for K-Dog to move on to the second round. He's gonna have quite a challenge ahead of him when he faces.
Wait. You're not gonna show the victory scene of K-Dog? Show the fans.
Oops. Excuse me. I put the wrong picture up. That's not it.
That's not it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you're about to meme this for the entire world to see.
Hey! Matt Woods is corpsing! Send for the man! Send for more men! He keeps corpsing! But K-Dog is going to move on to the second round and is going to be facing Dante Hex. What a match that's going to be when it eventually happens. He's got quite the challenge ahead of him, to say the least.
Sorry for corpsing, my bad.
Nevertheless, we're gonna get back to the DVWI very shortly, but we have some announcements afterwards, and I think I'm gonna give this one to you, Matt, because I believe Cody came to you, Cody Hagan, the former and inaugural DVW Legacy Champion. I think he came to you to talk to you about something. Am I correct?
Well, yeah, of course. After him and Eric's team successfully defeated both Money Inc., he talked to me post show, saying that he is sick and tired of his words, Crazy Cywer, because he choked him out via submission, and he's just pissed about him losing via chokehold. He's even more pissed off about what happened at Winter Circle 4 against him versus Tracy. So, he said to me, and I quote, "You're not gonna fight Cywer, Tracy. I want in on this."
So, if I were to get this right, because unfortunately Cody has problems with speaking in full form sentences, he actually is laying out the challenge to both Siler Jordan and Christian Tracy, and he's wanting Christian Tracy to put that title on the line?
Yeah, that's what he said, and I'm thinking, based on his mind, he wants revenge from Winner Circle.
Ooh, that's going to be interesting to see. We'll see what happens. We'll see what management thinks of that. But what we can confirm already, I've gotten on my notes here that Riley Wolf has officially declared that next Sunday at King of the Hill on the 24th of January, the women's tag team titles will be on the line as the Wolves of Prey put their titles up against the Anarchists.
Ooh!
Whoa, I'm not done. And the Strays of the Shadow in a 3-team elimination tag match.
Someone from GP, as a person who knows GPW this very well, no one's gonna stop the legends like the Anarchist.
The Anarchists are GPW legends, but will they be able to repeat history here in DVW, especially with them having a personal grudge against the Wolves of Prey, as Roxanne Dean was viciously beaten down and broken by Maria Wolf. And wait a minute, I think I'm getting breaking news.
Plus, we all saw what happened to we all saw what happened to Maria Wolf. She attacked someone from behind on our last episode of Table Time.
That was Carolyn Swift, the champion, and she claimed on Twitter that she will not stop until she gets what she wants. And actually, if I'm also getting that due to this threat and Roxanne Dean winning the Female Superstar Dudley Award, we are going to see a 3-way dance for the DVW Women's World Champion between Carolyn Swift, Maria Wolf, and Roxanne Dean. It is going to be quite the stacked night, King of the Hill. Of course, we have the King of the Hill Battle Royal, but we also are going to have the DVW Women's Hardcore Champion on the line. And as we heard on Friday's edition of 3D, it is going to be a women's gauntlet match, a women's hardcore gauntlet match.
Ooh.
Where you can, of course, our gauntlet matches, anything goes, and everyone is welcome.
Mind if I announce the participants in this matchup?
We do have some confirmation. We have 3 names currently confirmed for the women's hardcore gauntlet, and that is the 2 women that faced off in the first ever women's division hardcore match, Lulu Bates and Rachel Quinn, along with the ever persistent Blood Rage Queen.
And if Rage is actually going to be in the gauntlet, you know who's actually going to come with her. That's Brandon Ace.
Of course, Brandon Ace is going to be cheering on Rage from the backstage. It's going to be interesting to see what Brandon Ace's presence is going to be at the King of the Hill Battle Royal. Or at the King of the Hill, the King of the Hill Battle Royal. He might be in there.
Well, speaking of Ace, if you guys saw what happened as a guy who was actually a catch-style commentator, if you also saw what happened on Cyber New Year, Codain was supposed to actually face CK for CK's Global Championship, but that didn't happen because Brandon Ace attacked him from behind backstage, and I can just tell Codain is not happy about what just transpired on that. He wants vengeance on Ace.
Interesting to see. I'd love to see what's going to happen with catch style wrestling between Cody Hagan and Brandon Ace.
But we'll have to get past CK first because that match will actually happen the round 2 matchup between these two will happen on, I think I'm going to catch the episode pretty soon.
Yep. But I think we are going to get into our final match of the DVWI. Let me just get the music ready. There we go. When we last left off the brackets,
ladies and gentlemen, it was Corey Quinn versus Jack Death.
Yep. But it is true. It is the last match of the first round. But going into the second round, this is going to be a very interesting bracket here. We have K-Dog versus Dante Hex. We have Crimson versus the winner of this match between Corey Quinn and Jack Death. We have Ryan Riley versus Yuri Kato. And we have ZK versus Devlin. What, in your opinion, Matt Woods, is the must-see match of the second round?
Crimson versus whoever wins that match, because
Really?
Cody's been telling me about how he's known Crimson ever since his days when he first got into a rookie.
Interesting. Well, let's get right into Corey Quinn versus Jack Death. As we see here, Corey making his way to the ring. That's not the right picture. Jack Death making his way to the ring.
Folks, we are on a skeleton crew.
Yeah. We're live, pal. As we see, Jack Death was putting up a valiant effort against Corey Quinn, but all it took was one. What does he call this? Do you have any idea?
To my knowledge, I think that looks like a Dominator.
I think it is the Dominator, but I think he calls it something. Shock to the core. That's right. All it took was one shock to the core for Corey Quinn to move on to the second round and to face Crimson.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be something to see.
Oh my God, you weren't kidding about that second round match to be a must-see event.
But before we get into the next sets of news, I'm thinking next weekend is actually Cody Higgins' 21st birthday.
Oh, well, happy birthday to Cody. He does not look 21, but nevertheless.
I'm talking about in real life perspective, not all.
This is DVW, damn it! And speaking of DVW, and speaking of tables, as you heard on the last time that Jimmy Darrow was on this desk, let's turn this DVWI music off. The DVWI has been set. Here are the brackets before we move on to the next segment. As you see, K-Dog, Dante Hex, Crimson, Corey Quinn, Ryan Riley, Yuri Kato, ZK, and Devlin.
These are going to be a lot of bracket matches, folks, and you don't want to miss them.
You are not going to want to miss this match. You are not going to want to miss these matches, which the second round of the DVWI is going to be happening next Saturday. The final matches before King of the Hill, because I can confirm right now that we will be seeing the semifinalists and the finalists, or the semifinal matches and the finals at King of the Hill.
Hey, Tony?
What? What's up?
I hate to be somebody. I think Brandon Ace is on my headset saying he wants to be on the table.
That's too bad. That's too bad. That's not in the program, unfortunately. Nevertheless, speaking of tables, last time our current DVWI in the tables champion, Jimmy Darrow, was on this studio. We saw him set the challenge out. Set a challenge out for the entire world. And it looks like we have a lot of takers because we can now confirm at DVW King of the Hill, Jimmy Darrow will be putting his DVW I Am the Tables champion against
Well, can I say the announcements? Can I say all the opponents?
Oh yeah. Wait. Whoa. We haven't said the match type. What's the match type, Cody?
It's tables.
What? What kind of tables? It's an Eye in the Tables champion. Of course, there's tables.
Your former opponents so far in this are Yon AK.
Whoa. We haven't said the match type. Damn it! It's a tables gauntlet.
Oh yeah, right.
It is a tables gauntlet. And now you can say who is confirmed so far.
Alright, folks, so far we got Yon AK in this. Extreme Ortiz is in this. Alistair is in this. And from the family, Trevor's in this.
Yep. All men that accepted Jimmy Darrow's challenge after the Dudley Awards went off air. That's definitely something to look at. There is still one more open spot. Would you like to speculate?
Oof, if it's gonna be
Do you think it's going to be a man on the DVW roster?
I think
or
it's
could
gonna be
somebody from outside of the roster coming in?
It could be from GPW.
Who knows? I'm excited. I am so excited for GPW. Not GPW. The GPW house show is this Wednesday. Stay tuned for that. GPW is coming back with a house show, and I'm excited for that. But also, I'm so excited for DVW King of the Hill next week. I'm so excited for the next Table Talk because next week we're going to be sitting down with some of the participants of the King of the Hill Battle Royal of both gauntlet matches that we have just confirmed and so much more. We are going to have a star-studded table talk. This is just the calm before the storm, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you tune in and make sure you're ready because the match card for Table Time episode... What episode are we on? What the hell? We're on episode 23. Episode 23 of Table Time. Make sure you are ready because the card will be out on Discord shortly following this broadcast. Make sure you watch that. You watch 3D come Friday night. And make sure you tune in the next night for this Table Talk and Sunday night for DVW King of the Hill. I don't think there's any better way of ending this. I'm sorry for not letting you get in a word, Matt Woods, but I'm in sell mode. I'm selling this, brother. And we are... I'm losing it. Woo!
Tony, you just keep going out with your cook stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you guys in the chat this Wednesday for the house